So it is a holy month, like I said. And also, Allah told us in the Holy Quran, the Shahru Ramadan, Alladhi unzila fil Quran. That is, the month of Ramadan, this is the month in which the Quran was revealed. The Quran is a revered and sacred book of the Muslims. But not only that, for you to know how Allah owed Ramadan is held in high esteem. And this we're told in the tafsir of that verse that it was not only the Quran that Allah revealed in the month of Ramadan, even all the divine books that were sent to the other prophets, they were also revealed in the month of Ramadan. For example, there's what we call the Suhuf. That's the book of Prophet Abraham. It was revealed on the first night of Ramadan. So also, there's what we call the Torah. The Torah is the book of Moses, Prophet Musa alayhi salatu wasalam. It was revealed on the sixth day, the sixth night of Ramadan, as well as the Injil. That's the book of Prophet Isa alayhi salatu wasalam. It was revealed on the 13th night of Ramadan. So that tells us how important and how special the month of Ramadan is.
How long does this last?
29 or 30 days.
29 or 30 days. You were going to say something?
Yeah, but you mentioned what Musa was in English. You forgot to mention that Isa is actually Jesus, which is a very, very, very vital part of the faith of Islam.
Exactly.
Islam does actually recognize the fact that there's Jesus, and that there's the Holy Book, which is the Bible, was revealed to Jesus in that very month of Ramadan. I align perfectly with what he's just said. The verse in which he quoted is, I think, verse 183, because it says it's a season where teaches you how to engage in self-restraint. That was the exact word that was used in 183. So for me, what that teaches is how to actually hold back from the stuff that you're used to. If you're used to vices such as, like you said, drinking, smoking, womanizing, it's a time for you to actually tell yourself, look, this is the month where these books were revealed. In that being said, it's probably the month where I would rather be closest to God. God is Allah. I would rather be closest to God in that month. And in Islam, since you pray 5 times a day, if you have abstinence from those vices and you're constantly praying to your God back to back over the course of the day, you find that Ramadan is actually a very, very, very rewarding experience. And the beauty of Ramadan is, it takes into consideration how the people who are less privileged feel. So you see the beggars on the streets who are unable to eat, or where they don't know where their next meal is coming from. It lets you it gives you a pinch of what it is that they might be going through, because you actually abstain from drinking water and from eating any food. So it's very rewarding. It's very, very, very rewarding.
Now, I mean, you've talked about a lot of those vices,
yes,
and in the modern world,
yes,
there's a lot of distractions.
Absolutely.
And some you don't intentionally encounter. They come at you because of the world we're living now. There's social media. There's things you see even when you're driving to work, and all of that. Now, so with things you might even decide to give up. Let's assume like smoking, for example. I know most people do the fasting till 6 p.m. and then or whatever the sun sets, I think. That's when it is.
Yeah.
When the sun sets, and then you can break it. So if you're giving up something like smoking, for example, do you give it up till the sun sets, or are you supposed to give it up for the entire, like those vices?
Okay, so here's my opinion. And my opinion is it cuts across. It's very basic. Most of our vices you will find are actually, in most cases, right, bad for your health, bad for your sanity, bad for you as a human. In some cases, very immoral. So, I mean, smoking, is it good for you? Is it good for your health? The answer is no. Does drinking do you any favors? The answer is maybe no. Does womanizing do you any favors? The answer is no. So it actually goes past just, what the Quran says, or what the scripture says, or what the Holy Book say. it's as a human being, you put 2 and 2 together. Use your brain. Does you know? I mean, I'm not saying I'm a goody two shoes or I'm a perfect human, but that season, what that season does is it helps you just pull back, reassess what your essence on earth is, and I mean, it's beautiful.
Yeah,
it is. I mean, outside of Ramadan, and this I say with my hand on my heart, I tend to find space to fast 2 or 3 times a week outside the Ramadan period, because I just find it so rewarding. That's the only way I can put it. Yeah.
You are an Islamic teacher now, and I'm sure you probably encounter a lot of young people who come to you maybe, or you probably just see who have this modern issues. Let me use it that way.
Exactly.
You know, these are things that I'm sure in Muhammad's time, they were not out there at the time, or even in the last 10, 20 years. You know, these are things that are new now. With Christianity, you find that a lot, where people are trying to find convenient ways around the Bible. You know, how do you talk to young people these days when they come up to you and say, "Well, I can't really do this. It's not my fault. Like, can I just go this way?" Are there ways around these things?
Sure. I would like to continue from where he stopped.
Yeah.
Basically, Islam conforms with morality. That is it. Islam conforms with morality. Like the Prophet said in one of his sayings that al-halal bayyin wal-haram bayyin. What is halal, what is good, what is permissible, it's clear. It's explained. We know, we all know. Then the wrong things are also, they're clear also. So back to the question you asked. As Muslims, we don't do things on our own. We have, just like when you buy television, there's a manual. We have a manual. Our manual is the Holy Quran. So anything you cannot find in the Holy Quran, then you go to you refer to the Sunnah of the Prophet, which is the Hadith.
I'm just going to cut you off there. Sorry for that. We'll take a break now. When we'll come back, we'll continue from where your point is going, and of course we'll continue this conversation trying to find out how Ramadan can work in the modern day. We'll see you in a moment.
Just